we got?
This is the paraglider. Yeah. It was witnessed heavy landing approximately 100 foot onto a 30-degree embankment.
Yeah. Into Cat 1. But I need to tell you, this is big. Cat 1 trauma coming in of a paraglider, which will be everything. He's fallen 100 foot.
If everybody's happy, we'll get him across to the bed.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, everyone happy? We're gonna go on move, ready, set, move.
So this is Wayne. Wayne is 56 years old. Approximately 4:15 today, he was paragliding. His parachute failed and half of it buckled under the other, making him spiral approximately 100 foot onto the side of a steep embankment. He has some thoracic vertebral pain. We're querying whether there's any internal abdominal bleeding and query pelvis. Thank you very much.
We get him off the scoop and out of the crisp bucket.
All right, on 3, 1, 2, 3, nice and gentle, wonderful. Down and safe.
Handover is a really dangerous point in a patient's care. There won't be a chance to ask any more questions. What's important is we don't make an error that could affect someone's chances of surviving. My name's Chris, I'm one of the doctors. Any pain down here? We'll get down across the corner. We've got stuff down. There's lots of things we do as part of our primary survey to look for something you can't immediately see. Squeeze my fingers for me as tight as you can. Lovely, relax.
So we've got Nomendazolam and Nomentranolol going through.
Could have done anything on the way down. If he's got chest pain, it could be a fracture to his sternum. It could be something going on his spine. As being that detective, what we're trying to ascertain is what's immediately life-threatening.
Spleen is also ground.
How much of this do you remember?
Not a great deal, to be honest.
Okay.
I remember the collapse and...
You do, because you've got a binder on your pelvis. We're going to do a quick x-ray of your pelvis. He's fractured his pelvis.
The right side? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We'll have a look at the scan. We'll see what that shows. Been knocked out. Had a very low blood pressure, we don't know why. We've also found that he's, just on the first look, that he's fractured his pelvis. We'll have a look at the scan.
Breathe normally.
Got upper T-spine injuries. Definitely thoracic spine fractures. It's obviously lost some volume.
How about the blood in his belly? He's bleeding from lots of places. So
He's got something going on.
So a surgeon, a spinal, and an orthopod. He's broken his back, potentially in a couple of places. He's bleeding from those breaks. His blood pressure's staying quite low, and then depending on how his blood pressure behaves, depends on where we go. He has unfortunately got life-threatening injuries. How are you getting on?
blood pressure at the moment's a bit on the lower side.
So he needs the infusion. There's lots of things bleeding that his blood pressure's a bit on the low side. We want his blood pressure up at a position where his organs are coping, so he's getting a blood transfusion.
Okay, so 1 unit of blood is in.
Hi there, you're right, it's Chris down in A&E. Mr. Wayne Glossop, the paraglider, he has got spinal fractures on CT. He's done all three supporting bits of his spine, so it's called a three-column injury, so it makes the spine unstable. All these fragments can move, so if he moves in the wrong way, it could move and we'd be in a bit of trouble. Hi, it's Chris Pickering. Okay. Is it actively bleeding? Cheers, thanks, mate. Plot thickens. So that little blob on his artery, he's got a possible dissection of the left renal artery going to his kidney. If that's splitting, it's like a hose with lots of different layers, and if it splits, it could split all the way down to the kidney. That's our fear at the minute. I'll go and tell Wayne, actually, because he's awake. Right, Wayne, we found quite a few injuries in our scan. All right, unfortunately, we've managed to break 2 of the bones in your spine.
Okay.
Now, one of those fractures is unstable, and some of the bone's gone back towards your spinal cord, so we'll probably have to do an MRI scan. That's also causing a bit of bleeding. There's quite a bit of bleeding coming from those breaks that's going further down into your body. But there's an area we're a bit nervous about with your left kidney, and the fact that blood supply to that, the artery going to that, looks like it might have split a bit. Is there anyone we need to tell that you're here and what's going on?
So my ex-wife,
Tell your ex-wife.
and she'll probably pass on from these to my daughter.
Okay. If the blood vessels are injured, if they continue to bleed, certainly injuring his aorta, he could be dead. So we just need to keep a very, very close eye on him. This guy's going to need incredibly close observation, and what they've suggested is that we repeat all his scanning at 48 hours to make sure he's not continuing to bleed. We'll get him to intensive care. It is the place in the hospital where you can get the highest level of care, and in cases where we're worried a patient's condition might deteriorate suddenly, we can go in and take action straight away. It just feels safer. He's got too much going on just to want to keep a close eye on him.
I've got a 45-year-old female that's coming that's fallen off a horse.
A seizure, lasting 2 minutes, times 2.
What have we got coming in?
It's just lots going on. All right, my love. Can we have some morphine? Can you hold out there for a few minutes? She's going to SDU and then there'll be a space.
Okay, all right. Bye. Julie, an RTC with leg and head injury.
Okay, so we can get ready.
Helicopter 15. Helicopter 15.
Okay. Well, it'll have to be Resus 3, won't it?
Is it helicopter?
Yes.
And we don't know what it is?
No.
RTC is all I know.
RTC is all we know.
So this is Mark. He's 23 years old. He was involved in a head-on collision with another car. The front of Mark's car was quite significantly crumpled. There was deformity to the steering column and deformity to the driver's seat. So injuries are, he's got obvious deformity to his right femur with some damage to the skin on his right femur. He's got a boggy swelling on the right-hand side of his head with some blood coming out of the right-hand side of his ear. He's been GCS 14 with us, just very slightly confused and vague recollections of what happened.
Abby, do you want to do primary survey? We'll get him off the scoop.
No, my name's Abby. I'm going to have a listen to your breathing first.
Can you ask that guy if you can get my daddy a pig?
Yeah, of course. We'll get someone to get you lifted, not a problem.
Did anybody else get hurt?
No, just he.
Press for me.
Don't worry, mate, we'll do everything.
Have I been in a crash? Have I hit someone?
Yeah, you've been in a car crash.
That wrist hurts.
That
wrist hurts.
This is broken, guys. Careful with this wrist, this is broken.
Have I been in a crash, have I?
So we have a confusion, it's repetitive.
Jose, while you're at the top end, will you do a quick GCS and pupils? We're just waiting for CT to be ready for us, and then we'll go. We were a bit worried about potential head injury. He's quite confused. He's repeating everything he says. He keeps asking us questions over and over again. He's also got some bleeding out of his ear, which can indicate a basal skull fracture. So a fracture that goes through into the ear canal can then bleed out into the ear. So there is definitely potential for other more serious injuries on the scan.
Mark, I'm just going to put this oxygen mask on your face, OK?
Yeah, that's my dad.
Don't worry, we're going to
call him in a minute, don't worry.
What's everyone doing?
We're ready to go, aren't we, as soon as CT are ready for us, is that right? Anything that can cause swelling or increased pressure within the skull can be very serious because there's nowhere for the swelling to go, and it causes pressure on the brain tissue, which affects brain function and ultimately fatal in very severe cases. OK, on slide then. Everybody ready? Ready, steady, slide.
I'm going to be surprised if he doesn't have a proper head injury.
Yeah, unusual for him to be quite so repetitive.
Julia's family are here.
OK, I'll go and talk to them. Are you with Mark? Yes. Hi, I'm Julie Norton. I'm one of the A&E consultants. He's a little bit confused and a little bit repetitive. He keeps asking the same question, so we were worried that there was potential for a brain injury. I'm still waiting for the CT scan from that point of view. We get like 300 pictures when we do these scans, so it just takes a while to go through them really carefully to make sure that we've not missed anything. So the radiologist is doing that as we speak. If you'd like to go in and see him, you're all very welcome. Shall we take you in now? Yes, please. Let's go. So we're keeping him flat. Happy to touch him and hold his hand and things, that's fine.
Try and relax. Try and relax. That's choice. What was off him? Thanks, little shit. There's a glass of my finger. Relax.
Have you got our trauma guy? Can we look at the head first, please?
Yes.
Yeah, no intracranial hemorrhage, yeah. OK.
There's some facial injuries. So we've got some facial fractures that we can see, but the brain looks OK. So his jawbone is fractured, which it could be a source of the blood in the ear. Sometimes if there's a fracture here where the jaw is, then that you can cause bleeding into the external ear canal. Hi, Scott, isn't it, and Mark, and I didn't get your names. Michaela.
And Amy.
Amy, hiya. So I've got your scan results. There's no sign of a brain injury. You've broken your jawbone and you've broken some bones in your face. So one of the facial surgeons is going to come and have a little look at it. You might need an operation. I suspect you probably will need an operation.
I was that raging dad when I turned up at the site. Parked in the wrong place and everything. I turned up at the scene, but obviously they wouldn't let me near him or the car, so I was a bit short-fused, if I'll be honest. You can see it's hit wheel to wheel,
Okay.
which has made a massive impact too.
Okay, and Mark was in this car.
Mark was in this car, yeah, so he was in this seat beside me, yeah.
Okay.
Can you lift your head up then? Beautiful.
Okay, so in terms of the head and neck point of view, you've got quite a few fractures that will need fixing. The priority is your bite, because that's what's off and that's what can be a risk to your airway and things like that. So that's what will probably be the first thing that we'll be looking towards. We'll put you on the emergency theatre to get this sorted for you.
He'll be admitted to the ward for theatre tomorrow, and the plan ideally is for orthopaedics and the facial surgeons to operate on him together at the same time under one anaesthetic in theatre tomorrow morning.
No pain at all, no bruising.
There's standby coming, GCS 9 seizures.
I've got a query AAA. What we'll do, we'll get you in the scanner. We'll have a look at your aneurysm.
are operating on Mr. Moorhouse, who is a 54-year-old gentleman. Mr. Moorhouse presented with heart attack and was found to have quite a large adrenal tumor. It is an urgent surgery because this condition is a ticking time bomb inside him. This tumor makes him quite prone to having heart attack and stroke. Until we remove this tumor, his condition continues to be critical. Morning, Mr. Moorhouse.
Morning.
Yeah. This tumor of yours is very close to a very big blood vessel which runs inside our body. There is a risk of possible severe bleeding. If things go really, really pear-shaped, then there is a very small risk that you can die from this operation. Yeah. But if we did nothing and leave it like this, you run a risk of dying from the effect of this tumor. So that's something I think you need to be aware of.
Nervous, very nervous. But with me having the heart attack, I just want it done now. I want to get this tumour out of me. Okay, thank you very much.
All right, then. All right, Mr. Bryce.
Oh, so nervous. Oh, well, hopefully it'll all go well. My wife's at home. I've got a 9-year-old daughter.
Shall I take you down?
Okay, I'm ready. Come here.
This tumor is making a lot of extra adrenaline, which causes his blood pressure to fluctuate up and down. And when I go in to remove this tumor, the blood pressure could go so high that they could have a stroke at the time of operation.
Right, Charlie, how are you feeling?
All right.
All right?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
We'll look after you.
Start feeling a bit sleepy now, okay? Okay.
Right, Charlie. So just a bit of fresh air for you to breathe there. Just lift your chin up a bit for me. Good man.
The rock is going in now, yeah?
The pressure shot off. The blood pressure shot off to 250 systolic. This is the worst I've ever seen, actually. Crazy. Had a response around 250 systolic just on induction. What?
It's scary to know that even in induction, the blood pressure is...
I know. First time I ever had this sort of response.
His blood pressure went up to about 250. So that's nearly twice his normal blood pressure, even before we have touched the tumor. So we are heading for some exciting time on operating table. So all we'll do now is close off all these holes, get him stabilized and send him to special care.
From my point of view, I haven't actually won the situation yet. So now the blood pressure is towards the other end. He was very hypotensive. He's on lots and lots of medications to support his blood pressure at this point of time. Let's see how he behaves in the next 30 minutes. We should be able to wean it off gradually, I think. We'll take it nice and steady. He'll be heading straight into the recovery now. Next 30 minutes will be crucial from my side, so we'll see. All right, Charlie. All done, buddy, okay? You've done really well.
Yeah, code red, head to pelvis.
Got a trauma coming in at 9:25.
He's obviously got a head injury. Okay.
Can you follow my fingers for me?
Hello, Stoke Recess. Yeah. So, what was she? Pedestrian versus caravan, basically. Well, that's what they've said. See when she comes in. She's going to be here shortly. We'll see.
Ready for that one?
Yeah.
free at the moment. Hi. No, the problem is I can't let go of his leg at the moment.
Is this the caravan one? Very good.
Slide. Ready, steady, slide.
Okay, so this is Jo. She's 33 years old. Today she was crossing a road. She stepped out, caught the wing mirror of a car that was towing a caravan. She's gone down the side of the car. She's impacted on the corner of the caravan because obviously the caravan's wider than the car. She has damaged the glass at the top where we believe that she hit her head because there was hair in the edge of the window there. She's also got an impact at the side of her hip and also an impact where her leg has hit the caravan as well. There's dents in the caravan in all three places from there. She's got quite a big head injury. She's got a haematoma to the left side of her head. Still actively bleeding at the moment, can't work out exactly where it's coming from. She's had 10 milligrams of morphine, her first IM, couldn't get a line in unfortunately. She's complaining predominantly that her pain's in her neck and her back. She's also complaining some pain in her leg, the right leg it was, sorry.
All right, Jo, welcome to Stoke. You know where you are, don't you? Yeah. Okay, how's your breathing feel? Yeah? Any pain in your chest?
No.
Do you feel short of breath?
No.
Is that pain in your shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay. You got pain in your tummy?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to lift this leg up for me?
No.
Because it's sore?
Yeah.
Can we just do a quick chest and pelvis?
Yeah.
We're just going to get some quick x-rays while you're here, all right?
Yeah.
X-ray.
She's very symptomatic on the right side there. Looks like she's got a vertical shear fracture on the right side of the pelvis. I'm worried about that. Jo, once we get this line in, we can start giving you some really good painkillers, all right? Oh. How fast do you think it was going? Oh, you just didn't see it at all. Was it like on a main road or a residential road? Okay. You able to just relax this arm for me? This line's not gonna work. She's very shut down. Tom, she's dropping her blood pressure. Can we just get the 2 flyers out as well? She's quite shut down, which makes it very difficult to get IV access on her. And unfortunately, her blood pressure crashed, which kind of signifies she's a lot sicker than we thought. Yvonne, can we upgrade this to a Cat 1? She's got non-palpable radial pulse, blood pressure less than 80.
Is there any way you can find anaesthetists that can go up there and help?
Jo very quickly went from a Cat 3 to a Cat 2 when she arrived, and then we even increased that to a Cat 1.
I've been trying to ring everybody to...
If you start upgrading to a Cat 1, that means people are cancelling theatre lists or at least putting them on hold. Hey, all right. This is Jo. Jo's 33. You know, to leave an emergency theatre vacant in case you need to suddenly rush there. She's dropped her blood pressure from 110 to about 80 systolic. No one got any access on her or anything like that. Transfusion are sending up multiple units of blood. You know, you're holding lots of resources. So basically, you're almost pressing pause on the hospital just for this one really critical patient. Priorities, we just need to give her some fluid.
Just tapping to try and get your vein cystic up.
Priority is getting IV access so we could give her drugs, resuscitate her with blood, fluids, etc. If we can't get IV access, she'll just continue to deteriorate and potentially this causes a cardiac arrest. Okay, we've got potentially one here. It's very temperamental. I mean, it's deep in the arm and it's quite an angle, so. Sorry about this, Jo. You're just proving difficult to get a line in, all right? It's just because you're a little bit unwell, okay? The more unwell you get, one of your body's response to help you fight trauma is to release a chemical which concentrates all the blood to the main organs like brain, heart, lungs. And what that means is it's pulling all that blood back from the arms and legs. So when you go to try and get intravenous access, you just can't find a vein because all that blood is really being concentrated in the middle of the body. We've still not got access. Are you able to go do a subclavian vein? I think we should just put a Rick line in. Let's resuscitate her and then we go to scan. Because there's nothing peripheral, she's very shut down.
It's a bit of the drape that's going to go on your right.
What we have to do is put a subclavian trauma line in. Under your collarbone here is a big blood vessel, and what we can do is we can access that and finally get access that way.
Whatever needle, it doesn't really matter.
I've got a green here. Is that all right?
Yeah.
I've got lignocaine, 1%, 721.
So we're going to put some local anaesthetic in a minute. It does sting when it goes in.
You're doing really well, Joe.
You're doing fantastic.
It's going to be over in a minute, all right? And then we're going to give you some good painkillers.
Hard bit is done.
Just need to check that it's venous.
I'm pretty sure it's venous.
Okay.
We're not sure because we want to get the scan for you, but before we take you to the scanner, we want to get you in a safe position. So we're just confirming that that definitely is in a vein. I'm pretty sure it is. And then we can take it from there.
I think we can confidently say that's venous. Sorry.
Yeah, fine,
Yep,
thank
happy.
Going to be a bit sharp.
Tried
the TRS nurse, that's what I've done.
So, 33-year-old female. Cannot get access anywhere. Had to finally go for a subclavian, can't get an outline in.
Okay. How are we getting on with that subclavian?
I think we're in now.
So, should we get some TXA since you've got access and we can get that started?
And then we got the TXA then.
It's here. Yeah, ready.
You got it.
Thank you very much.
It's got CCTV.
Right, so this is the lane in which the vehicle comes up on. There's pedestrian, lights are on green, car passes. You'll see that she looks left, fails to look right, walks straight out and rolls under the caravan. Yeah,
that's useful to know.
Okay.
Dash cam footage that the police showed us that what we thought was a slight clip of a caravan was actually a really significant trauma where the patient had been completely flattened by a big SUV and the caravan and dragged about 10 metres down the road under the vehicles. Actually turns out to be a really significant kind of polytrauma. I'm surprised she's still alive, to be honest.
Ready, steady, slide.
Can we give her some more fentanyl, please? Joe, we're just giving you some more painkillers, okay?
I didn't mean to cry, but darling, don't apologise. It's absolutely fine.
It's alright, you've been knocked over by a caravan, you're entitled to cry.
I'm really dead, I can't remember.
I know. Accidents happen, it's alright.
Right, I'm giving you a big dose of a painkiller that should get you a bit more comfortable, alright?
There's some fractures there on the right side of the pelvis and stuff. It's going through the front and back.
Her main fracture that we've seen on scan so far is here on her right pubic rami.
We've seen that she's got a fairly significant pelvic injury, so it's broken at the front and the back of the pelvis on the right side. She's broken a bit at the front here, and then broken a bit at the back here, which makes it quite unstable in this position. And that's why she can't really move her leg, and she's got loads of pain. And we're worried that she might have a potential C-spine injury. From the way the bones are positioned on the scan, it looks like they've rotated on each other. We'll just need to wait for a spinal team to come and have a look and see what they think. Joe, look who's here.
There's nowhere to touch you.
So, slight update. It looks like you pulled off a tiny fleck of bone off the back of your neck. So what we're doing is getting the spinal team to come down and have a look. You're in the right place. You're nice and stable. Mum and Dad are here. Okay. I'm going to keep trying to get on top of your pain for you. Hi there. Okay. I'm on his mark. I'm on the spinal doctors. Are you keeping your head in that position out of comfort?
I don't know.
No. Can you look straight up? Are you able to roll your head at all?
No.
Are you able to roll your head that way?
No.
No. Is it too painful?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So that would go with it being fracture or injury given the amount of pain.
Yeah.
Okay. At the moment, most time critical stuff for her is making sure that there's no significant spinal cord injury, and if there is, it's stabilising that as well as working out what we're going to do with the pelvis next. So what we're going to do is send her for an MRI scan to look at those soft tissues. Was it good to see Mum and Dad? Yeah? Do you feel a little bit better? Yeah, it's okay. I remember when I fell off my bike and the handlebar went through my chest, I was a bit like, oh, this is not good. I hated being a patient as well.
Slowly. Reverse.
Can't hold it.
Very hard?
Hi, Charlie. Good morning. So how was the night?
I kept waking up, but it's all right. A bit more better now. It's come out of me. That tumour now.
Yeah. And apart from being a bit tired and a bit painful, any other problems?
No, not at all. I mean, pretty good now. Just a bit tired, that's it. So.
Yeah. Blood pressure and everything has been absolutely.
Yeah, no blood pressure is.
So it's looking really good. His blood pressure has been very stable. His heart rate is very stable, and all looking really good. And if you stay like this, then we'll let you home.
Thank you for what you've done. I can't thank the staff upstairs.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah, brilliant, thank you.
Fantastic.
Oh, I feel a lot better. I mean, I was on edge when you told me all what's going on. But now it's all come out and it's all went well. I feel great. I just want to get back to normal now. Hopefully get back to work. I like to see my friends at work and all that. That's what I'm just looking forward to more than anything.
There's another one coming in.
GCS 15. That's 97%.
We'll also recess, go ahead. Yeah, green recess, cubicle 6, third on your right.
And there's another fast AF coming, so I haven't got room.
82-year-old male who had previous stents fitted for partial blockage.
Call the helicopter. Hello, resource.
Yeah, but two can get two out.
We've got a trauma call. We've got a 44-year-old male. At approximately 11:10, he was stuck between a tractor and a van. He did self-extricate, and his ETA is 10 to 15 minutes.
Cool. We've got a 44-year-old that's been crushed between a van and a tractor. Don't really know what's going on with him. But if he's been crushed, I'm worried he's bleeding first.
This is Carl. Carl's working on his own in a field, a little bit of a remote location. He's got an old tractor and a van, and has basically ended up stuck between old tractor and van. It has pinned him by his back, but has also twisted and popped his right hip out. Has managed to then kick his leg to relocate his hip and get himself out. Injuries identified, but significant abrasions all down his back. He's had 10 milligrams of morphine.
36 to 8, Simon.
Okay.
There is quite a lot of bruising and abrasions on the
His
back.
back?
Yeah. Go straight forward for me.
Oh, that's quite a lot.
Quite a lot. I'm just going to have a feel across your back. You saw.
Oh, yeah.
Just go down the spine.
That's a shitload more painful, that is.
I've just given you 35 13 pain relief. Okay. Any pain in your leg?
Yeah.
All the way down, or
It's groin,
more in your groin?
and then down in my car where it was trapped.
Yeah, we're going to need to get some X-rays. And
Yeah.
see what damage you've done.
Yeah.
Right.
Breathe normally.
So airway's fine. Not got any in the thorax. We've got some contusions and the lungs bilaterally. No large volume blood in his pelvis, which is good. He has successfully managed to relocate his right hip because it is in joint. Spleen is also grand. Yeah, so no renal lacerations. You can get him off the table. That all looks okay. So
Awesome.
you've got
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So basically, Carl's just been very, very lucky. Given where he got the tractor and the van squished between them, he's come away with one broken rib and a bit of bruising, and a free helicopter ride. He's fallen out the cab and got wedged between a van and a tractor that's squished him, and he's left his leg behind, and it's popped up. I can't do the position, but he says it's popped up to the side and round like that.
If he can walk, then I would just follow him out in the clinic.
He walks the helicopter.
Shit, really?
Right then, young man. You've had a very, very lucky escape.
Yeah.
So your CT scan has shown that you've broken one rib.
Okay.
You've bruised your lungs a little bit.
Yeah.
Your pelvis is okay.
Yeah.
Lucky boy.
Yeah.
The main problem will be pain.
Yeah.
And you'll
So I
stay.
can handle that.
And you clearly can, given what you've been through today.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
going to be pain control and, dare I say, taking it easy.
Okay.
As easy as you want to, or will do, given what you do.
If it means bin it for a week, get myself sorted,
It's-
that's fine. Like.
Give it a week to start with.
Okay.
Light duties.
Yeah.
It will give it a chance.
Yeah, okay.
All right?
Nice one, mate.
Good stuff. Right, are you going to CT with this chap? Okay.
I remember waking up and just seeing all bandaged up, really. Very lucky I'm still here.
There's very few people who have had the misfortune of crossing the threshold into resource as a patient. Unless you've experienced it, it's difficult to really understand. It's always fluid, it can always change. Trauma call's about to go out, car versus HGV. Bed one's going to go into 2, cat 2. 101-year-old, long lie on the floor, who's now vomiting blood. So we need to move.
Stabbing's landed.
Ready, steady.
He was stabbed on the left side of his chest, going into cardiac arrest.
It's a really significant chest injury.
He has got significant mortality risk.
Now you have an aneurysm, right? There are risks with this procedure. If something goes wrong, the patient may not survive.